Netflix thought they had seen it all, but nothing quite prepared them for the whirlwind of chaos Megan Markle has unleashed on her upcoming Christmas special. Her involvement in past projects was already a logistical nightmare, but this one, it's a whole new level of mess. Megan's previous stints, like her role in season 2 of With Love, were far from smooth sailing. Multiple reshoots, endless edits, and constant creative clashes turned what should have been a straightforward production into a disjointed, last-minute scramble. The end result: a product that barely made it to the finish line, and not without a mountain of headaches along the way. Now, with this holiday special in the works, the situation is spiraling even further out of control. The behind-the-scenes drama is palpable, with tensions running high between Megan and the production team. But here's the thing: the real issue isn't just production delays or creative differences. No, it's the fact that Megan isn't looking to create something cohesive, polished, or meaningful. She's chasing something else entirely, something viral. And that, more than anything, might be what ultimately breaks this project before it even has a chance to shine. Megan Markle isn't just trying to make a good show. No, she's on a mission, one that goes beyond creating heartwarming holiday content. Lately, it seems like her only goal is to grab headlines, spark social media buzz, and make sure everyone's talking about her. Whether that talk is positive or negative, it doesn't matter. The point is to force a viral moment, a move that will ignite controversy and bring all eyes back to her. Forget awards, forget critical acclaim. Megan just wants attention. Her latest attempt, a remix version of that infamous pregnancy dance video. But this isn't just any old remix. Megan has taken the original awkward dance footage, slapped a rap version of a Christmas song over it, and added in some seriously bizarre elements, baby crying sound effects, and cringe-worthy captions that no one asked for. The video, insiders say, was pieced together behind the scenes by Megan and a close confidant, someone from her inner circle who helped produce the rap track. What's worse, she wasn't planning to just post it quietly. Megan's full plan: to launch new social media accounts across multiple platforms, pushing this video as a teaser for the Christmas special. It's the kind of stunt that's meant to create an instant buzz, regardless of how cringy or out of place it may seem. Megan doesn't seem to care about the quality. She's aiming for one thing: shock value. And whether people love it or hate it, it's bound to get her the attention she craves. Megan's team wasn't having it. As soon as they got wind of her viral plan, alarms started going off. Her own agents and managers were so disturbed by what they saw, they did the only thing they could think of. They ran straight to Netflix execs. The video, with its awkward dancing, bizarre rap lyrics, and baby crying sound effects, was not the kind of content they had signed up to promote. It wasn't edgy. It was chaotic, unprofessional, and potentially damaging to everything Netflix had invested in. At Netflix headquarters, the response was immediate. Executives, already under pressure from production delays and internal conflicts, couldn't believe what they were seeing. Greg Peters, one of Netflix's co-CEOs, was reportedly furious. He had no patience left for Megan's antics. This video wasn't just bad, it was a direct threat to Netflix's carefully curated holiday strategy. A viral video like this, with its questionable taste and offbeat style, could easily overshadow the entire Christmas campaign, turning it into a public relations nightmare. Peters reportedly made it clear, if Megan pushed forward with this remix, any hopes for a smooth, coordinated holiday rollout would be dashed. But Megan wasn't backing down. In fact, she doubled down. Not only did she refuse to pull the video, but she went a step further. She reportedly begged Netflix to make this remix video the intro for the entire Christmas special. Yes, you heard that right. The opening sequence would feature this cringe-worthy viral video, complete with awkward dance moves, rap lyrics, and baby cries. Megan was so set on this idea that she pitched it to Netflix after being caught trying to sneak it past them. The whole thing was quickly becoming a powder keg, with one side of Netflix pushing for damage control and the other still defending Megan's star power. The tension was palpable, and it seemed like the chaos was only just beginning. As the internal drama at Netflix intensified, Megan refused to back down. The more the executives tried to distance themselves from the growing mess, the harder she pushed to take control of the narrative. Her pitch for the remixed video as the Christmas special's intro wasn't just a random idea. It was a calculated move to make the entire special revolve around her, for better or worse. Megan wasn't concerned with creating something heartwarming or traditional. She wanted shock, she wanted headlines, and most importantly, she wanted control of the conversation. Netflix execs were left scrambling. Greg Peters, who had already voiced his frustration, felt like he was fighting a losing battle. He believed that allowing this chaotic, viral strategy to unfold would not only sabotage the special, but also damage the brand's credibility. His stance was clear. Megan's stunts were hurting Netflix's reputation, and he wanted out. He even started redirecting resources to other holiday projects, trying to limit the damage and ensure the platform's focus remained on safer, more polished content. Meanwhile, Ted Sarandos, Netflix's co-CEO, found himself stuck in the middle. He wasn't as eager to cut ties with Megan, arguing that her star power was undeniable. From his perspective, all the drama and chaos could work in their favor if handled right. After all, it was bringing attention to the special. He believed they could still salvage the project with the right PR spin. But even his optimism started to fade as things quickly spiraled out of control. While Sarandos tried to play peacekeeper, the cracks within Netflix were growing wider. It became increasingly clear that this was no longer about making a good show. It was about whether or not they could contain the storm Megan had stirred up. Behind the scenes, the fallout was escalating. Megan's team, once solidly behind her, was now unraveling. Her agent and manager, who had stuck with her through the chaos, were reportedly looking for an exit strategy. They had become disillusioned with her antics, and the growing realization that representing her was a public relations nightmare pushed them to the brink. They weren't the only ones. Word was getting out that several potential replacements had flat out declined to take on the role of managing her career. The reasons: no one wanted to step into a situation where managing viral stunts and dealing with executives on the verge of mutiny was the daily norm. This shift wasn't just a matter of professional inconvenience, it was beginning to tarnish Megan's reputation within the entertainment industry. She was starting to be seen as toxic. Not in the usual gossip column sense, but in a real business-threatening way. The production delays, the constant clashes with creatives, and the last-minute chaos were shaking up the foundations of the Netflix special. Executives feared that her unpredictability and inability to play by the rules were putting too much at risk. For someone like Greg Peters, whose job revolved around keeping shareholders happy and maintaining the brand's image, Megan's chaos was a ticking time bomb. And it wasn't just Netflix that was feeling the pressure. Hollywood was watching closely. Industry insiders, agents, and producers were beginning to whisper that associating with Megan Markle might not be worth the hassle anymore. It was becoming clear that the cost of managing her was far outweighing any potential rewards. With each misstep, she was turning from a once promising star to a liability that was becoming harder to handle. Megan Markle seems to have embraced a bold, if not risky, strategy, creating chaos and hoping it turns into a viral moment. She isn't worried about being misunderstood or mocked. She's betting that the backlash will only fuel more attention. In her mind, bad press is better than no press. And if she can make this Christmas special so outrageous, so offbeat, that it becomes an internet punchline, then it will loop around into something people can't stop talking about. Megan's strategy isn't just about making something controversial, it's about making sure everyone has an opinion, whether they love it or loathe it. Her remix video, with its cringeworthy dance moves, rap lyrics, and baby crying sound effects, isn't meant to be seen as a polished, high-quality piece of art. No, it's designed to be a meme. The kind of content that goes viral because it's so bizarre and unexpected that people can't help but share it. Megan believes that by embracing this awkward, so bad it's good approach, she'll force people to talk about her special. She wants viewers to argue, mock, repost, and ultimately keep the conversation alive long after the video is over. In a way, it's a calculated move to turn what could be a disaster into a cultural moment. The problem, however, is that this strategy comes with risks. If it backfires, if the internet decides the video is too much, or if it overshadows the actual Christmas special, then Megan's reputation could take a serious hit. Netflix, on the other hand, is trying to stay clear of this kind of unpredictability. But for Megan, this chaos isn't something to avoid. It's an opportunity to reinvent herself as an unpredictable, boundary-pushing force in the entertainment world. Whether this gamble pays off or crashes in flames remains to be seen. But Megan is doubling down, convinced that controversy will bring her the spotlight she's craving. The reality of Megan's Christmas special is far from the bold viral dream she's envisioning. Early leaks of the rough cuts have left insiders scratching their heads. The special, they say, feels disjointed, lacking a clear direction. Tonally, it's all over the place, with scenes that seem more like last-minute patches than thoughtful, crafted moments. The narrative is scattered, and the monologues Megan insisted on, where she speaks directly to the camera about rediscovering the true spirit of the holidays, feel awkwardly out of place. These moments are paired with unrelated dance interludes that don't connect to the storyline at all. It's like Megan's trying to force multiple themes into one chaotic package, and it's falling apart in the process. What's even more concerning is the potential for the remix video to act as the special's intro. If this actually happens, it could overshadow everything that follows, even before the special has a chance to be judged on its own merits. The cringeworthy intro, complete with baby cries, awkward rapping, and cringeworthy dance moves, would set the tone for the entire project, making it nearly impossible for the special to be taken seriously. What was meant to be a unique, edgy statement could end up as a viral disaster that drowns out any of the actual content. For Netflix, this presents a nightmare. The platform is still recovering from past subscriber losses and aiming to rebuild its reputation. If Megan's special, starting with a chaotic intro, becomes an internet laughingstock, it could cause real damage to Netflix's credibility. The question is no longer whether the special is good or bad. It's whether anyone will take it seriously at all. Netflix is now stuck between a rock and a hard place. The streaming giant has a choice: either pull the plug on the holiday special and risk yet another PR disaster, or try to contain the chaos and hope for a miracle. Each option feels like a potential disaster, but the deeper issue is that there's no going back to business as usual. The damage has already been done. Even if they somehow manage to salvage the special, the negative buzz surrounding Megan's antics is impossible to ignore. Greg Peters, already at his breaking point, has made it clear he wants to cut ties with Megan and distance Netflix from the mounting turmoil. His goal is simple: contain the chaos and prevent it from spreading further, even if that means scrapping the special entirely. The last thing Peters wants is to see Netflix dragged down by a viral disaster, especially as the platform is already working to recover from previous subscriber losses. On the flip side, Ted Sarandos is still holding on to hope. He sees value in Megan's star power and the unpredictability she brings. For him, there's still a chance that with the right PR spin, the special could be salvaged. He's publicly defending Megan, claiming that the controversy surrounding her could be turned into a marketing tool. Sarandos insists that this isn't a train wreck, it's just a reroute, a chance to pivot and turn things around. But even Sarandos' optimism is starting to falter. Behind closed doors, whispers are growing louder. Staffers are starting to wonder if this is too big of a mess to fix. Meanwhile, Megan continues pushing her agenda, determined to make this special a reflection of her brand: controversial, unapologetic, and all about shaking things up. Whether Netflix can steer the ship away from disaster, or if they'll be left with a public relations catastrophe, is anyone's guess. What's clear is that the situation has spiraled far beyond what anyone could have anticipated. As the release date draws closer, the tension inside Netflix has never been higher. The company is torn between trying to salvage Megan Markle's Christmas special or cutting their losses before the situation spirals even further. On one side, you have Greg Peters, who's ready to wash his hands of the whole fiasco, hoping to minimize the damage. On the other, there's Ted Sarandos, still clinging to the hope that Megan's unpredictable star power can somehow turn this into a success. Megan, however, remains unfazed. To her, this entire situation is a chance to rewrite how the public perceives her. If the backlash comes, so be it. She believes any attention is good attention, and she's betting that by embracing controversy, she'll force people to talk, whether they love it or hate it. The remix video, the disjointed special, it's all part of her plan to stay relevant in a world that thrives on viral moments. But whether this gamble will pay off or backfire remains to be seen. If the special flops, or worse, becomes an internet punchline, it could have lasting consequences on her career and Netflix's reputation. The stakes are higher than ever, and the future of both Megan and Netflix hangs in the balance. As the industry watches closely, one thing is certain: this holiday season, everyone will be paying attention to the train wreck or the turnaround that's unfolding before our eyes.